Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. A very good morning to all of you. I'm Amjad Ali here from Doha, Qatar. Last time we were talking about the acid, bases, and salts. It's the unit 10 of grade 10 class, and today I'm going to explain you about salts. First of all, what are salts? Salts are ionic compounds, and whenever we want to write the name of any salt, first of all, cation will come and then anion will come. Like for example, sodium chloride, the sodium is a cation and chloride is a anion. So its formula is a NaCl. How salts are formed? Generally, whenever the H of a acid is replaced with a metal, salts are formed. For example, it is hydrochloric acid. If it allowed to react with the sodium hydroxide, its H is replaced with sodium metal. So NaCl, sodium chloride, is formed. Here I am giving you the more examples of salts. Like for example, hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid will give chloride salts like sodium chloride, potassium chloride, calcium chloride. Nitric acid, it is another acid. If its H is replaced, it will give nitrite. So nitrate like sodium nitrate, potassium nitrate, calcium nitrate. Sulfuric acid is another famous acid. When its H is replaced with sodium, sodium sulfate is formed. When its H is replaced with potassium, potassium sulfate is formed. When it is replaced with calcium, calcium sulfate is formed. Phosphoric acid is another famous acid. Phosphoric acid will give the salt phosphate. If H replaced with sodium, sodium phosphate Na3PO4. If with potassium, potassium phosphate will formed. If it is replaced with calcium, calcium phosphate will formed. And calcium phosphate formula is Ca3PO4 twice. Now, the salts are of different types. Salts can be neutral, can be acidic, can be basic. Whenever the salts are formed from the reaction of a strong acid and strong base, neutral salts are formed. For example, sodium chloride. When a strong acid, hydrochloric acid, HCl, allowed to react with a strong base, NaOH, sodium chloride is formed. So sodium chloride is a neutral salt. More examples are lithium nitrate, potassium nitrate, lithium sulfate. Whenever, whenever, like for example, acetic salts are formed from the reactions of strong acid with a weak base. So which one is a strong? That will be in the form of acid. Sorry, acidic salts are formed when strong acid react with a weak base. So their solutions are acidic in nature because the strong will dominate. Its examples are like zinc nitrate and FeCl2. As regard of third type, basic salts are formed when the reactions takes place between weak acid and strong base. So when strong base, so solution will be basic in nature. Examples of such salts are here like potassium carbonate and potassium oxalate. Now we are going to discuss the different methods of preparations of salts. There are 5 methods. Number 1 is the famous salts can be prepared by the neutralization. Neutralization means if a acid allowed to react with the base, salt and water is formed. This one is the famous example. If the base sodium hydroxide allowed to react with the hydrochloric acid, sodium chloride, salt and water is formed. Number 2. Method number 2, salts can be prepared by the reaction of metal oxide with the acid. Metal oxide, like for example, copper oxide is a metal oxide. If it allowed to react with the acid like sulfuric acid, we can get copper sulfate salt and water. Method number 3. Salts can be prepared by the reaction of metal with the acid. If the metal react with the acid, salts are produced and plus hydrogen gas is also. Like for example, if magnesium is allowed to react with the hydrochloric acid, magnesium chloride is formed and hydrogen gas is also produced. Method number 4. Same, if acids are allowed to react with the metal carbonate, salts are formed plus carbon dioxide gas and water is also formed. So famous example is here. If calcium carbonate is a metal carbonate and it allowed to react with the hydrochloric acid, calcium chloride salt will formed plus carbon dioxide and water. Method number 5. Salts can be prepared by the precipitation reaction even if some soluble salt like AgNO3, silver nitrate, allowed to react with the sodium chloride, both are aqueous solution. If both are aqueous solution, they are allowed to react with one another. They will give a salt, silver chloride. Silver chloride is insoluble salt. It gives the white precipitates as you mix these two solutions. So it is the method number 5. At the end, shortly we discuss the uses of salts. The salts are very important in our life. The famous one, sodium chloride, table salt. So salts are natural food preservatives. From the many years they are used to preserve the food and they can be used as flavoring salts also. Salts are also used in tanning, dyeing, bleaching, and the production of soap even. Nowadays, salts are widely used in many chemical industries to produce other chemicals. So famous one is sodium chloride that daily we are using in our daily life and it is also considered as a table salt. With this one, I am going to end my lecture. So please subscribe and keep watching Amjad Ali 1522, my YouTube channel. And I am going to end with a message. My today message is love begins by taking care of the closest one. And closest one, the ones at home. So please take care of your closest one. Okay, Allah Hafiz.